AFTV, Lee, 3-0 to the Arsenal. Could easily have been 5-6. Should have been at least 5.
Yeah, it should have been 5. It was a funny game, wasn't it, really? I thought it was, like, quite comfortable. You know, like, Jesus... Listen, I thought he played well today, apart from taking his chances. You know, I thought he'd done well, but he's got to take at least one of those. And you can see he was suffering. But, great ball from Skelly. And then a great pass from him for the first goal.
Redeemed him a bit, innit? You saw Saka run over to him and that. But if you're a striker, right, he's still going to be sitting in that change room thinking to himself, what if, innit? Because especially the first chance he had, he's got to bury that. And he's clean through. There's nobody, and he can pick his spot. He can go chip him. He can go left, right. And he's just straight at the keeper.
Kivior would be annoyed because he would have got the assist for it because it was a wonderful pass.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, he done everything right. The first touch, he got in there, he took it away from everybody else. Then he's got to finish it. It's just not happening for him.
Why?
Because sometimes as strikers, you go through that. As you say, if he's sitting there thinking to himself, I haven't scored, and the consolation is the assist. But when you're a striker, you know you've got the number 9 on your back, you've got to score goals. And that is how it is, you know. Havertz gets a raw deal for not scoring enough goals and because, you know, you're in that position. Listen, you said earlier on the pressure was on a couple of players today, Jesus being one of them and Martinelli. I thought both played well. But at the end of the day, a goal is, if he scores a goal today, everything, well, that's a great day for him. But he ain't, and everybody's now doubting him still.
Yeah, there's still, and it weren't just him who missed. I mean, it's funny that we're talking about misses where we've won 3-0, but Martin Odegaard as well. Brilliant bit of play to nick the ball, clean through, pick your spot. How do you like it?
He picked the spot.
Wide.
He picked his spot. He picked the clock end. You know what I mean? Like, didn't even get it on target. But then again, I'm going to say, how many players get into that position and win the ball from there? Like, it wasn't that he was put on a plate for him. He's had to chase down and win the ball. And then, you know, once he's through, you know, like, listen, how many chances do you need to win a game of football in the first half? I thought first half we played really well, but, you know, there is that negative thing around when you're not taking the chances. And in the second half, I thought Monaco probably would have better side coming at us and all that, like, you know.
For about 20 minutes,
25 minutes, and it looked a bit dodgy. Raya had to make a save, which I thought probably should have done better with. And then we get the goal. But that was after another chance from Odegaard, and that was offside. But, you know, come on, we've got to bury those chances. And eventually, like, you know, I think the game changed a little bit in our favour when Havertz come on. I think he gave us a bit of a platform up there. And then it was his work rate that made the mistake for the second goal. Saka took it well. And then obviously Havertz. I like it to be Hazard. Havertz then gets the third, which is really good. But, like, listen, some pluses today. Like, I really think, you know, Saka was quiet today, but he still bagged 2 goals. Do you know what I mean? If he's sitting in there looking at Jesus, would be looking at him and going, how have you just done that? How have you just done that? Clinical. You know what I mean? They're at the right spot, takes his chances. The second one weren't a gift. He's had to lift it over him and all that, like, you know. So that was really, really good. I didn't think no one really stood out today. Did you? I think, you know, doing a man of the match today is going to be very difficult. But no one really stood out. But I thought it was a good all-round team performance. Like,
and now third in the Champions League. Third in the group.
Third in everything then, aren't we? Third in the league, third in that lot.
Third in everything at the moment. Some of these guys are saying to me that another win and you're more or less there. Are you sure about it? We're definitely there. 98%.
Well, Julian says it's 98%, so there's always 2%.
So, I mean, I can't get my head around this format still. Yeah, I mean, are we there? Are we not? I mean, what? Are you sure we're there? We're there, yeah?
No, if we get 17 points, we're there. 17 points, we're all right. We need a win in the
So we're not there then, are we? If we win the next game, we're not there.
No, but we're 98% there if we get 16 points.
13 points.
98% there according to him.
I don't know, like, you know, I mean, listen, he done maths at school apparently. You know,
Well, I did go to school.
He went to school. He was a little mummy's boy. He went to school, like that.
All right, 98% chance. But listen, we're in a good position, and as I was saying to the gentleman before, you want to avoid that playoff situation. You know, I mean, Man City have lost again today. They're probably going to be in that playoff. You know, you've got teams like Real Madrid hovering around. They could be in that play. Some good sides. down in that area of those playoff positions.
Exactly, and I think the other key to it is it's another couple of games from Man City as well, on top of what they've got, you know. So that can only be good. A little bit. I don't know about you today, but I'll be a lot more nervous coming into Saturday's game. I think there's a little bit of pressure off because it's a cup game and all that. Like next Wednesday when we come to Crystal Palace, it will be Saturday now is a big one. And I think that, you know, listen, Mikel got it wrong on Sunday, in my opinion, with the team selection. Got it spot on today. You know, Miles Skelly, I thought was outstanding for about 60 minutes in that game. Like, you know, played really well. I thought Martinelli played well today. You know, like was answering a few things. A bit disappointed he'd come off, but I'll tell you what.
Could have got sent off.
Well, I could have, should have. Two bookings. Nailed on second booking, like. So when we moan about refs and all that, like, you know, that's why we've got to have these European ones, because they're more neutral. They might like the Arsenal, I don't know, like. But
I was told the other day, like, when it comes to when once you get your first yellow card, the second yellow card, the threshold for that is a lot higher. So he did actually go for the ball, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but it's still in my
it was a foul.
In my eyes, it was. You know, he done one a bit later on after that, like, you know, which wasn't. But you know, when I see who done it, I thought, oh no, that's I actually thought that was a booking. I do, like, you know. So we got away with that. Maybe that's one of the reasons that he come off. I thought Trossard come on and looked a bit better than what he has done in the past. He tried to put in that Odegaard one where I think 2 weeks ago he would have gone on his own. But no, look, listen, it's job done today. You know, sometimes in football you just have to chalk games off, and they're never going to be memorable, and it's never going to be sitting in the memory bank in a few. Do you remember we'd be there 5 years' time? Do you remember that game against Monaco? No. Do you remember who scored those goals? No. I remember Jesus might have missed a couple. They might say something like that, but it's one of those ones you just tick off and get on with the next game, and that is now Everton on Saturday.
And what did you notice about the game? This is a bit of a quiz. What did you notice? What happened in that game today? Which was a bit unusual for Arsenal.
Oh, I've got the answer. Of course.
We were saying it was unusual. You know, they actually moved the ball quick in the first half.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Think.
No.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah, of course I did, like, you know what I mean?
He's getting all smart, and I asked him the same thing, and he didn't know it either.
Right, okay, like, well, what is it then?
No set piece goals.
Well, we only had one corner, didn't we? One or two corners.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, saying about that, yeah. What was really good about that, and I'll tell you something that Monaco, do you see what they did?
They tried to leave three up front.
They left three up there, which was very, very clever.
Yeah, not clever when you're losing 1-0 though, right? Because to me,
they didn't want to lose 2-0, did they?
To me, I thought that was
it
was suicide.
It meant that they had to take players back out. We had to keep players back, which was a good thing.
I don't think you'll be seeing too many teams try that in the Premier League.
Listen, what I liked about that was it was something different though. Like it ain't like let's rugby tackle their players and things like that. It was well thought of, and I tell you what, it did complicate it a little bit, like, you know. But when, funny enough, our first corner, that was Declan Rice weren't even on the pitch. So I think we had no corners in the first two corners, was it?
Yeah, three corners. Yeah,
3 corners.
Yeah,
right, you know.
And no goals from corners. All goals from open play.
And that's all you can come up with on the trivia.
Well, yeah, you didn't get it right though, did you?
Wow. Come on, my question earlier was a lot better than that. You know, but there you go.